Hello and welcome to the Relaxed English Cafe. I'm your host, Lara, here with my good friend and co-host, Alec.
Hello, Lara. Hello, everyone. Lara, I was thinking, what is it that makes a story truly great? The kind that pulls you in and you can't forget.
That's a great question. It's not just the plot, is it? It's the feeling, the atmosphere. It's how the storyteller makes you feel like you are there.
Exactly. And today, we're not going to have a grammar lesson. Instead, we're going to share the secret to becoming a great storyteller. We're going to show you how to be the director of your own memories, to take an experience and turn it into a compelling film.
I love that, the director of your memories. And like any good film director, you need to know what camera shots to use to get the right effect. Today, we're going to learn 3 essential shots, and we'll discover them through a story, which we'll break down piece by piece.
So get comfortable and let's start the film. Here is the first part of The Map of Lost Memory.
Arthur was a quiet man. For years, he had worked as a librarian, a job he loved. His life was simple and orderly. But one rainy Saturday, while the rain was tapping a gentle rhythm against his window, Arthur felt a little restless. He decided to do something different. He put on a coat, grabbed his umbrella, and went for a walk. The winding streets of the old town led him to a small alley he had never noticed before. He folded his umbrella and opened the heavy wooden door of a little shop.
Okay, let's pause the film right there. Lara, what do you feel from that opening scene?
It's so atmospheric. You get a real sense of this quiet, orderly man, but there's a feeling that something is about to change. That rainy day sets the mood perfectly.
Right, and that feeling is created by our camera shot, the past tenses. Let's start with the most important one, the main action shot. This is the simple past. It's for the main events that move the story forward. In the story, that's Arthur felt restless. He decided to go. He folded his umbrella. He opened the door. Boom, boom, boom. The plot moved.
The action shots, I like that. So, as a director, what are the technical skills I need to create that shot? How do I actually form the simple past?
Excellent question. For most verbs, our main tool is simple. You just add an ed at the end of the verb. Like in the story, open becomes opened. Fold becomes folded. These are called regular verbs.
Okay, that seems easy enough. But what about when we say Arthur felt restless? That doesn't end in ed.
You've spotted the tricky ones. Those are the irregular verbs. They don't follow the rule. They have their own special form for the past. You just have to learn them. In the story, feel becomes felt and go becomes went. These are very common, so you learn them quickly through practice.
So we have our main action shots, but what about that line, while the rain was tapping against his window? That's more a mood.
Exactly. That's our second camera shot, the wide scene-setting shot. In grammar, that's the past continuous. It paints the picture of what was happening in the background. It's not the main event, but it makes the world of the story feel real and alive.
I love that, the atmosphere shot. So what's the technical side of that one? How do we make it?
The formula for this shot is was or were plus the verb with an ing ending. So the rain taps becomes the rain was tapping. You use was for singular subjects like I, he, she, and it. And you use were for you, we, and they.
Okay, that makes sense. Now, there's one more in that section that adds so much depth. For years, he had worked as a librarian. Why say had worked? What does that do for the story?
Now that is the director's special trick. That's our third shot, the flashback. The past perfect is our camera's ability to quickly show the audience something that happened before our story even began. It gives the character depth and a history instantly.
Oh, I see. So the story starts on this rainy Saturday, but with that little flashback, we understand his entire career leading up to that moment. It's so efficient.
Exactly. We'll get to the technicals of that one a bit later. For now, let's see what happens when our character steps inside the shop. Roll the film. A little bell chimed as he stepped inside. The air was thick with history. All around him, forgotten treasures were waiting patiently. Arthur was browsing for almost an hour when he saw it. In a dark corner, he found a small, simple wooden box. It was hidden beneath a pile of old lace that someone had carefully folded long ago. He picked it up, his heart beating a little faster.
Okay, the mystery's building. Alec, I noticed our scene-setting camera again. Treasures were waiting patiently. The director chose that instead of treasures waited. What's the effect?
It makes the scene feel like a living, breathing moment, doesn't it? It's not a quick action, it's a continuous state that was happening when he walked in. It's like the camera is panning slowly across the room, showing us this magical, timeless atmosphere where everything's alive.
That makes sense. It slows down time. And then we get this perfect combination of shots. Arthur was browsing when he saw it.
Yes, that's a classic directorial choice. The long atmospheric shot of him wandering around, the past continuous, is suddenly interrupted by the sharp, quick action shot, the simple past. He saw it. It creates a moment of discovery. It's so much more exciting than saying Arthur browsed and then he saw it.
Totally. And I think I spotted another flashback. Lace that someone had carefully folded.
You got it. That's the past perfect again. So now let's look at the technical skill. How do we build this shot? The formula is had plus something called the past participle.
A past participle. That sounds complicated. What is it?
It's just a special form of the verb. And here's a secret. For all regular verbs, the past participle is exactly the same as the simple past form. It just ends in ed. So for fold, the simple past is folded and the past participle is also folded. You just put had in front. Had folded.
Oh, okay, that's not so bad. But what about for the irregular verbs?
For irregulars, it has its own form. It's the third form you sometimes see in grammar lists, like go, went, gone. Gone is the past participle, or see, saw, seen. Seen is the one we'd use with had. So you could say, he found an alley he had never seen before.
This is amazing. It really is like having a secret code for storytelling. Okay, I am ready for the final scene. What does he find? Let's roll the film.
The old shopkeeper smiled, and Arthur bought the box. Back home, he discovered a hand-drawn map inside. He felt a thrill of adventure he had not felt since he was a boy. The rain had stopped, so he walked to the park. He found the ancient oak tree and began to dig. While he was digging, his fingers hit something hard. He pulled a rusted tin from the earth. At home, he managed to open it. Inside, there was no gold, but old photographs of a happy family. Beneath them, a note said, June 10th, 1958. We buried our happiest day here, so we would never lose it.
Wow, what a beautiful ending. That's a treasure worth finding.
It really is. And did you notice a director's work there? Just before he goes to the park, the story tells us the rain had stopped. That's our flashback shot, the past perfect. It shows us that the state of the world changed before he decided to act. The mood shifted.
Yes, the gloomy atmosphere is gone. And then we see my favorite combination one last time. While he was digging, his fingers hit something hard.
That long atmospheric shot, full of hope and effort, interrupted by the sudden action shot of discovery. It creates so much suspense and excitement. All three of our camera shots work together beautifully to make this simple story feel rich and engaging.
That's a wonderful way to put it. This combination of techniques is what makes storytelling in English so rich. It allows us to play with time, to zoom in on a quick action, or to pull back and show the whole scene. It's what separates a simple list of events from a story that can truly move someone.
It really does. So to recap for all the new directors listening, you have your action shot, the simple past, using EB or irregular forms.
You have your scene setting shot, the past continuous, using was, were plus verb ing.
And finally, give us one flashback, the past perfect. Give us a piece of backstory. For example, I was stirring the coffee my brother had given me when I dropped my spoon.
And just like that, you have a story with action, atmosphere, and history. You're a director. Try saying your 3 sentences out loud. Play with it. You'll be amazed at how powerful it feels.
Thank you for coming to the cafe and exploring the art of storytelling with us today. It was a pleasure sharing these secrets with you.
We can't wait to hear you again next time. Until then, keep directing your stories and keep it relaxed.
Bye, everyone.
Thanks for listening and watching Relaxed English Cafe. We will be back with another interesting podcast soon. Till then, bye. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel Relaxed English Cafe.